Disney Princess Tangled. The Story of Rapunzel. Disney Press. Water quickly began to fill the cave. Flynn cut his hand trying to escape, but there was no way out, and the water was rising.
I'm so sorry, Flynn.
Rapunzel said tearfully.
Eugene. My real name's Eugene Fitzherbert.
Flynn admitted. Since they were telling secrets, Rapunzel declared.
I have magic hair that glows when I sing.
Suddenly, she realized her hair might be able to save them. Flynn was still reeling from Rapunzel's announcement when she began to sing and then dived underwater. He quickly joined her and was stunned to see her hair glowing so brightly it lit up the entire cave. Flynn spotted a small hole at the bottom. They had found their escape route. Finally free, they dragged themselves onto the shore.
We made it! We're alive!
Exclaimed Rapunzel as she helped revive Pascal. Flynn was in a state of shock.
Her hair glows.
He murmured in disbelief.
Why does her hair glow?
Rapunzel pulled her hair from the river and began wringing the water out of it.
It doesn't just glow.
She said calmly. Somehow, the Stabbingtons also managed to survive. Mother Gothel was waiting for Rapunzel at the tunnel's exit. When she saw the brothers emerge instead, she quickly formulated a plan. Tossing them the satchel with the crown, she said.
Well, if that's all you desire, then be on your way. I was going to offer you something worth 1,000 crowns, and it comes with revenge on Flynn Rider.
Two identical, menacing grins spread across the brothers' faces. In a different part of the forest, Rapunzel wrapped her hair around Flynn's wounded hand.
Just don't freak out.
She said. As Rapunzel began to sing, her hair once again emanated a brilliant glow. Within moments, Flynn's hand was healed. Rapunzel explained her hair's magic and spoke about Mother Gothel and the tower.
You never left that tower?
Flynn said. Finally, he knew the truth. When Flynn left to gather more firewood, Mother Gothel emerged from the woods. She informed Rapunzel that they were returning to the tower. Rapunzel refused. She confessed that she had met Flynn and they liked each other. Mother Gothel laughed. She told Rapunzel that Flynn only wanted the crown. Before Gothel returned to the forest, she gave Rapunzel the crown and dared her to test Flynn's loyalties. When Flynn returned to the campfire, Rapunzel said nothing of her encounter. The next morning, Flynn was awakened abruptly. Maximus had found him. The horse grabbed Flynn's boot and started to drag him away. Luckily, Rapunzel saved him. Then she turned her attention to Maximus.
He's nothing but a big sweetheart.
She said about the horse. Rapunzel begged the two to make a truce at least for that day, her birthday. Maximus stuck out his hoof. Flynn extended his hand. They would cooperate for now. Just then, a bell rang in the distance. Rapunzel followed the sound through the forest and up a hill, where the entire kingdom came into view. It was breathtaking. Rapunzel gazed at the kingdom, then she was off. Rapunzel sprinted down the hill with Flynn, Pascal, and Maximus close behind. Her dream was just hours from coming true. Rapunzel walked through the gates of the kingdom and into the hustle and bustle of the town. It was the most exciting thing she had ever experienced. A little boy sold Flynn a kingdom flag with the golden sun symbol on it that he then gave to Rapunzel. Some little girls braided her long golden locks. Rapunzel then noticed a mosaic on a wall. She was mesmerized. It was of the king and queen holding a baby girl with striking green eyes just like her own. Rapunzel and Flynn joined hands and began to whirl around the square. They were carried away by the music and the dance and the pure happiness they felt at being together. Later, Flynn led Rapunzel to a boat and rowed them to a spot with a perfect view of the kingdom. As lanterns filled the sky, Rapunzel's heart soared. Flynn handed Rapunzel her own lantern to send aloft. In return, Rapunzel gave Flynn the satchel that she had kept hidden all day. She was no longer afraid he would leave her once he had the crown. Their romantic moment was interrupted when Flynn spotted the Stabbington brothers on shore. He quickly rowed the boat to land.
I'll be right back.
He told Rapunzel. Flynn was ready to give up his thieving ways, so he faced the brothers and gave them the satchel, but they weren't interested. They wanted Rapunzel and her magical hair. Flynn turned to protect Rapunzel, but the brothers knocked him unconscious, tied him up in a boat, and sent him sailing into the harbor. Rapunzel waited anxiously, but Flynn did not return. The Stabbingtons approached her instead. They pointed across the water, where Rapunzel could clearly see Flynn steering a boat away from them. She called to him, but he didn't respond. Lying, one of the brothers explained that Flynn had traded her for the crown. In that moment, Rapunzel's heart broke. Mother Gothel had been right. Determined to escape, Rapunzel dodged the brothers and ran toward the forest. She didn't get far before she heard a scuffle and then Mother Gothel's voice.
Rapunzel!
Mother?
Rapunzel ran back and found Mother Gothel standing over the brothers. They lay unconscious at her feet.
You were right, Mother.
Said Rapunzel tearfully. Meanwhile, Maximus watched from nearby as Flynn's boat sailed across the harbor and crashed into the kingdom's dock. The guards immediately threw him into prison. It was there that Flynn ran into the Stabbington brothers once again, locked in their own cell. They admitted that Mother Gothel had double-crossed them all. Suddenly, the pub thugs arrived. They broke Flynn out of jail and launched him over the prison wall, right onto Maximus's back. The heroes were off to rescue Rapunzel. Back in the tower, Rapunzel held the small kingdom flag in her hand. She looked at the golden sun symbol, then gazed at her paintings on the ceiling and noticed something amazing. She had been painting the kingdom symbol her entire life. A series of images flashed through her mind, the lanterns released each year. The mosaic of the royal family, the crown she had found. Suddenly, Rapunzel realized the shocking truth.
I'm the lost princess.
She proclaimed to Mother Gothel. Rapunzel caught Mother Gothel's arm as the scheming woman tried to justify her actions.
You were wrong about the world, and you were wrong about me, and I will never let you use my hair again.
Mother Gothel wrested her arm away and fell backward into a mirror, shattering it.
You want me to be the bad guy?
She asked.
Fine. Now I'm the bad guy.
Flynn and Maximus soon arrived at the tower.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Flynn called. Golden hair cascaded to the ground. Relieved, Flynn began to climb.
Rapunzel, I thought I'd never see you again.
He said as he stepped through the window. But it wasn't Rapunzel who was waiting for him. Mother Gothel captured and wounded Flynn. Rapunzel, who was bound in the middle of the room, watched in horror. As Flynn collapsed to the floor, Mother Gothel dragged Rapunzel toward the trapdoor. But Rapunzel fought Gothel with all her strength.
For every minute of the rest of my life, I will fight. I will never stop trying to get away from you, but if you let me save him, I will go with you. I promise.
Mother Gothel agreed and untied her. She knew Rapunzel never broke a promise. Rapunzel rushed to Flynn's side and placed her hair over his wound.
No, Rapunzel, I can't let you do this.
Flynn pleaded. He would rather die than allow Rapunzel to be imprisoned forever by Mother Gothel. Flynn touched Rapunzel's cheek and smiled at her. Then he grabbed one of the shards of the broken mirror and cut off her hair. It instantly turned brown and lost its healing power. With the magical hair gone, Mother Gothel instantly aged hundreds of years and turned to dust. Rapunzel grabbed Flynn's hand and held it against what was left of her hair. She began to sing, but the magic was gone. Flynn closed his eyes and his head fell back. He was gone. As Rapunzel began to cry, a golden tear fell upon Flynn's cheek. Suddenly, the tear began to glow and spread across Flynn's body, healing his wound completely. Flynn's eyes opened again. Rapunzel wrapped her arms around him as the two of them shared their first kiss. Flynn and Maximus took Rapunzel straight to the castle. The king and queen rushed to embrace her, overcome with joy that their daughter had finally returned to them. Rapunzel felt her parents' love surround her as they all held tightly to one another, a family once more. The entire kingdom celebrated Princess Rapunzel's return. Hundreds of glowing lanterns were once again launched into the sky. Their light had finally guided Rapunzel home. Along with the dreams of their friends and family, Rapunzel's and Flynn's dreams came true. They found everlasting love and happiness and lived happily ever after.